So you've got an Insta360 X5 and you're like, oh my gosh, this thing's the best thing since sliced bread. And you're easily connecting one Insta360 Mic Air to it by Bluetooth. And that's phenomenal and great. But then you get a friend who says, hey man, I want to join in on the fun. And then you're trying to figure out, how do you connect a second microphone to the X5? Well, the thing is, you have to use what they have here. This is the USB receiver. Now, what's phenomenal about this, it's pretty much plug and play. You can take this receiver, you can plug it into any phone that has a USB-C port, you can plug it into your laptop with a USB-C port, and both microphones will connect quickly and easily. The challenge is that you get a big blob sitting in the middle of your stitch line in your X5 video. So you have to keep your video away from that little blobby area, or else people are gonna think, hey, 3i Atlas, it's here. So let's take a quick look at what this looks like. So you can see here, you've got your X5. We're gonna open up the port for the USB connector, and then they go ahead and put this over here. Now you can see from the top down view that these edges will stay outside of the stitch line. So in your final 360 video, you're gonna see this end over here and this end over here, and it's stitched together. It's gonna look like a black flying saucer. So I'm not 100% sure why Insta360 designed the USB port to be horizontal like that, considering that they know that there's a stitch line here. So most of us, what we want to do is we would like to put the device this way. However, there's really no way to twist this until now. This little tiny $5 device that I have in my hand is the solution to using an Insta360 X5 with your USB-C adapter and having two microphones connected to your X5. So instead of connecting your USB-C adapter horizontally against the grain of the stitch line, what you're going to do is you're going to connect this in here. Now, let's take a quick look at this adapter. You can see that it not only does 90-degree bends, and you can see that this USB-C port here and this port are in alignment with each other, but you could also twist the tip 90 degrees. And that's what you want to do. You want to turn this horizontal into a vertical port. So all we have to do is connect this end here, and now we connect the Insta360 over this way. Actually, let me just plug that in the other way. So now you can see the front of it. And this is what your Insta360 is going to look like. It will, now, depending upon the kind of post or the adapter that you're using, you could have it do many different things as long as it stays inside of the horizontal stitch line. And that's the key to having your two microphones connected wirelessly to your Insta360 X5. Now, the only caveat is this: the X5 can only be controlled remotely from one of these microphones when there's a Bluetooth connection. When you use the USB-C receiver with your Mic Airs, then all of a sudden you lose that remote connectivity. So you'll have to figure out another way to remote stop and start using either the hand gestures or the voice commands, or you can use another Bluetooth remote adapter to control the X5. So let's take a quick look at how to connect everything and make sure it's all synced up. So we're gonna power on the X5, and we're just gonna leave that powered on. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to power on both of these microphones, and we're just gonna turn them on. So hold it down for 3 seconds. Now, if you look real closely, these lights are flashing. Let's see if we can get that into the camera. They're flashing a darker blue. It's not the cyan color that I'm looking for. If they're flashing blue, that means that's in Bluetooth mode. We need to be in receiver transmitter mode, and that's going to be the cyan mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly double click on both of the buttons, so one of each. We're going to click, double click, and now all of a sudden you'll see that they're slow flashing in a cyan color. That means they're in receiver transmitter mode to the USB adapter. So now they're in cyan. We're going to hold down the button, and we're going to power those down. Okay, that's going to be important for those to be powered down. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the Insta360 Mic Air USB receiver with the adapter into your X5, and you'll see both of these lights here flashing slowly in cyan. Now, what you want to do is put this into pairing mode. So you're going to hold down the little side button for about 6 seconds. You'll see the lights go off, and then you'll see them go on again, and now they're pairing in pairing mode because they're flashing quickly. So you have to hold down the power buttons on the mic transmitters for about 6 seconds, and then both of those will begin flashing quickly. And you'll see one is connected and the other one's connected. They're both cyan solid, And over here, that's cyan solid as well. But what's great about this is that you can still use the noise cancellation, and all you have to do is simply on one of the microphones, just quickly double click the buttons and the lights will turn green on both the transmitters as well as the receiver. And when you have all the green lights solid, that means you're in noise cancellation mode. And if you want to mute the microphone, you're going to triple click on the single microphone and it will turn red and the other one will still be working. So you can always mute your own microphone quickly by triple clicking on the side button. And in order to unmute yourself, you're just going to go ahead and triple click again. Now, just one quick note here is as you're using the dual microphones on the USB receiver to your X5, it still is one audio channel. It's not going to separate left and right. So do keep that in mind, because if you make any noises in your recording, your post-production, it's going to be very difficult to remove one of those pieces of audio. Now, you may or may not have the Mic Air from Insta360, and that's totally okay. You can use other microphones. So go ahead and watch over here where I test the Mic Air compared to the DJI Mic Mini, which is a very popular and phenomenal microphone. And let's see what you think. Let me know in the comments. Cheers.